I know you two guys, newcomer Lucifer and Rommel's weasel Cavendish. Want to challenge the Don Quixote family for fame? Don't think that you can be arrogant if you have a little bit of strength. If you dare to attack the Don Quixote family, you are dead. That's right, it's been a long time since anyone dared to challenge the majesty of the young master. Are you ready to die? Buffalo and Baby 5 also posed. There are hundreds of pirates gathered behind them, staring at them. Captain, what should we do now? Cavendish retreated to Lucifer and asked in a low voice. After the hand-to-hand combat just now, Cavendish has tested some of Diamanti's strength. Very strong, he is not an opponent yet. What should I do? Of course, kill them all. Lucifer said flatly. What? Before Cavendish can react, Lucifer has already shot. Cavendish. Are you so reckless? Gravity crush. With a big wave of Lucifer's hand, a strong force of gravity appeared out of thin air, covering the three of Diamanti in an instant. There was a loud bang, and 3 large potholes appeared on the coast. The 3 of Diamanti were crushed to the bottom of the pit, vomiting blood profusely, unable to move. Among them, Buffalo and Baby 5 have rolled their eyes and completely lost consciousness. These two are too weak to catch even one move from Lucifer. The only sober Diamanti was also seriously injured, and I don't know how many bones were broken. Seeing Lucifer make a move, Cavendish also rushed into the crowd of pirates. With the howling wind, the sword light flickered, and the pirates and miscellaneous soldiers died under his sword. Rumble. Suddenly, the earth tumbling, undulating like ocean waves. A figure shot out from the hole, teleported to Lucifer, and slashed at the head with a sword. It's Diamanti. He is a paramecia flying fruit ability user, who can transform any object he touches into a light and silky form. The change of the earth just now is the result of his use of the fruit ability. It is also with ability that he can escape the area crushed by gravity. Arrogant brat, go to hell. Diamanti's mouth was full of blood, and he roared with gritted teeth. However, when the sword fell, it struck an invisible wall. His long sword broke in an instant, and a severed sword spun rapidly in the air. His horrified expression was reflected on the smooth blade. Diamanti finally understood that Lucifer was very strong, much stronger than he imagined. This is a monster above him, the wall of vacuum. This is the shield formed by Lucifer's condensed space. Even if Diamanti has superb sword skills and uses armament hockey, he still cannot break through the defense of the vacuum wall. It's not that I'm arrogant, but that you are too weak. Lucifer looked indifferent, flicked his fingers, and the wall of vacuum roared out, directly knocking Diamanti into the air. All the bones in Diamanti's body were shattered at this moment, and endless pain surged, as if being hit by a mountain. Immediately afterwards, a laser ray flew towards him rapidly, piercing through his head in an instant. With a bang, Diamanti exploded into a ball of fire, leaving no bones left. Ding. Host killed the pirate Diamanti and got 30,000 killing points. Diamanti's bounty is only 99 million Baileys, but his strength obviously far exceeds this bounty, so there are many kill points. 30,000 kill points, the second highest among Lucifer's beheaded targets, only surpassed by Vice Admiral Doberman. Not bad. Lucifer nodded inwardly, feeling a little satisfied with this harvest. Afterwards, Lucifer looked at the scattered flesh and blood in the sky, and grabbed it with his big hand. Be born again. After the words fell, the power of the fruit of the word spirit captured the power of the flying fruit that the rebirth was trying to escape, and sent it to the fruit in the palm of his hand. Soon, ordinary fruit becomes devil fruit. The fluttering fruit was reborn. Putting away the flying fruit, Lucifer looked at the 2 potholes ahead, raised his hand and grabbed it. Universal pull. A burst of gravitational force sucked the 2 people out from the bottom of the pit. Buffalo is useless, but Baby 5 can stay as a maid, just as I need someone to serve water on my boat. Flying sword. With a flick of his fingers, a flying sword pierced through the air, piercing Buffalo's chest. Buffalo grunted and stopped breathing. Ding. Host killed the pirate Buffalo and got 8,000 killing points. Although Buffalo is a cadre of the Don Quixote family, he is not a main combat member. Most of his abilities are used as auxiliary tools, similar to real helicopters. Because the combat power is not high, there are only 8,000 killing points. It's really a worthless parallel import. Lucifer shook his head, used the power of the fruit of speech, and recovered Buffalo's fruit. The main body is worthless, but if you add devil fruit, it can be considered a good harvest. Properties panel. Host. Lucifer age, 23. Devil fruit. Word spirit fruit physique, hell demon. Armament hockey. Advanced observation hockey. Advanced. Conqueror's hockey. Advanced kill points, 39500. After killing Diamanti and Buffalo, Lucifer's total number of kill points came to 39,500, which is not shabby at all. When Lucifer finished solving the three, Cavendish also killed the more than 100 pirates. This group of pirates are just miscellaneous fish, so naturally they can't stop Cavendish. Captain, it's all over. Cavendish came to Lucifer triumphantly, with an expression of coming to praise me, which fits his narcissistic personality. It's just killing a group of miscellaneous fish, what's there to be proud of? You can't even beat a Diamanti, you are still far behind. Lucifer poured cold water on him directly. The current Cavendish, although his swordsmanship is very high, is already an iron-slaying swordsman. But I haven't mastered observation hockey and armament hockey yet, and my strength is far from enough. Hey, Captain, it's too shocking. I also want to save face. Cavendish was a little unconvinced. Hee, when you can catch my move, come and save face. Forehead. Cavendish was stunned, his expression stiff. Recalling the battle last night and the battle just now, cold sweat involuntarily oozes from his forehead. Catching a move from the monster captain, well, it seems a little difficult. Diamanti, who was stronger than him, would not have been able to catch Lucifer's move if he hadn't had the fruit ability. Sure enough, as Lucifer said, he wasn't even close. Let's go. Find the next target. Take her. Lucifer pointed to the unconscious baby 5 and said. Hey, why did you bring her? Isn't she an enemy? Cavendish didn't understand. We are going to sea, and we need a maid on board, she is the most suitable. In the world of One Piece, baby 5 is undoubtedly the best in terms of maid quality. No matter what you ask, she won't say no. Not only is everything obedient, but also does not require wages, or even ask her to give you wages in reverse. Seeing baby 5 dressed as a maid, Cavendish also nodded. There are as many ordinary maids as there are, but maids with combat power are very rare. Subsequently, Lucifer left the shore of West Blue with the two. In the distant New World, Dressrosa, in the royal palace. Doflamingo was lying on the beach chair, holding a glass of juice in his hand, enjoying the sunbathe leisurely. In the swimming pool in front of him, 6 or 7 beauties with a good figure were playing in the water, and the cadres of the Don Quixote family were playing with the beauties or playing cards beside them. Since becoming 7 warlords of the sea, Doflamingo's throne has become more secure. Today, the entire Dressrosa has been completely reduced to a country of pirates. Here, the Don Quixote family reigns supreme. Suddenly, hurried footsteps sounded, and the cadre Toribol ran over in a panic. Joker, something is wrong, Diamanti, something happened to Diamanti. Toribol's panicked shouts resounded throughout the palace. What happened, tell me. Doflamingo's forehead was throbbing with veins. Lifecard, Diamanti's lifecard is burned to ashes. As soon as these words came out, the surroundings suddenly fell into a dead silence. The lifecard represents a person's vitality, burning into ashes, the meaning is self-evident. Diamanti is dead. Doflamingo's pupils constricted suddenly, and the bulging veins on his forehead almost formed a spider web. Are you kidding? How could Diamanti die? That's right, he is very strong, who can kill him? Diamanti is going to the paradise to perform a mission this time. There are all miscellaneous fish there. Who is his opponent? Toribol, you're not mistaken, are you? The cadres of the Don Quixote family were all furious and couldn't believe the news. It's not wrong, I've confirmed it. Not only Diamanti, but even Buffalo's lifecard was burned to ashes, Toribol said with a runny nose. Baby 5's lifecard is half burned, which means he was seriously injured. Call out. A cold light flashed away, and a stone pillar of the palace was cut off, and the stone pillar collapsed violently, causing the entire palace to shake violently. Doflamingo got angry, and the people around were silent. The fingers of his right hand were shaking rapidly, and thin threads were intertwined between the fingers. The veins on his forehead were bulging, and he seemed to be able to see blood gushing under his skin. An astonishing murderous aura erupted from Doflamingo, sweeping the entire palace in an instant. Several beauties in swimsuits in the swimming pool instantly lost consciousness, and the miscellaneous soldiers around them all rolled their eyes and fell to the ground. Only the cadres of the Don Quixote family remained awake, but they all broke out in cold sweat and bent down involuntarily. Even they couldn't bear the conqueror's haki that Doflamingo exploded in a rage state. Just when someone was about to kneel down, Conqueror's haki finally dispersed. Many cadres breathed a sigh of relief, but saw Doflamingo laugh ferociously. You dare to do it, damn it. Someone dared to kill my family. How much Doflamingo laughed at the moment represented how much his anger was. He killed his father himself when he was a child, and later killed his younger brother. Doflamingo has no family anymore, so he regards the cadres of the Don Quixote family as his own. Someone killing his family members is touching Doflamingo's bottom line, and he will never tolerate it. Young master, you must avenge Diamanti. That's right, no matter who he is, you can't let him go. Kill him. Definitely kill him. Anyone who dares to harm the Don Quixote family will be killed no matter how far he escapes to Cape Tiana. Toribol, Pika and other cadres all showed murderous looks. It's been a long, long time. It has been a long time since Doflamingo became the 7 warlords of the sea, and no one has dared to challenge their majesty. Those who provoked them in the past, as long as they hurt the Don Quixote family, they will be killed by them with the most cruel means. But this time, the murderer actually killed the 2 cadres. Go and find that damn guy. Doflamingo gave the order. I want to see all his information in the shortest possible time. Yes, I will take people there myself. Toribol sniffed back his snot and said. Doflamingo was still worried about sending Toribol, so he dialed a number with a phone bug. Opposite him is the undercover agent he placed inside the marine, and one of the top cadres of the family, Virgo. Because of Virgo, Doflamingo also knows a lot of Marine's internal information like the back of his hand. Querying news through Marine channels is faster than pirate methods. Virgo, Diamanti died in paradise, find out who killed him as soon as possible. Yes, I understand. The content of the call was very simple, and it was over in a few words. After the call ended, Doflamingo leaned back on the beach chair, his fingers still shaking rapidly. Thin threads invisible to the naked eye were intertwined between his fingers, emitting a cold light. Doflamingo hadn't been this angry in a long time. His murderous intent must be quenched with the murderer's blood. Damn bastard, I'll find you soon. Doflamingo with a distorted and terrifying expression grabbed his palm, and 5 colored thin threads shot out, cutting a corner of the palace ahead into several pieces. Rumble. In Crescent Island town, a tavern suddenly exploded. More than a dozen pirates were blown away, spitting out blood, and covered in cuts and bruises. After falling to the ground and twitching a few times, he soon stopped breathing. A tall pirate came out of the flames, staggered and almost fell, barely able to stand up with a big knife. He was covered in blood and had multiple burns and barely a patch of intact skin. Why? Why did you attack us? We never provoked you. Tell me why, Lucifer. The tall pirate captain raised his head to the sky and hissed, with a trace of grief and anger in his voice. Behind him, all the crew members are dead. He is the only one left alive in the entire pirate group. As a pirate, isn't it natural to kill each other? Why are there so many? Lucifer's calm voice sounded. He was standing on the roof of a building opposite the tavern. If you insist on an answer, you can only say that I am a little bored and want to have some fun. Bored? Looking for fun? The pirate captain's eyes widened, and the pupils were instantly blood red. What are you kidding? How could my pirate group be destroyed for such a ridiculous reason? I kill you. The pirate captain became even more indignant, and suddenly raised the huge machete in his hand. However, in the next second, a laser beam pierced his chest, and a ball of fire exploded behind him. With a loud bang, the fireball engulfed him and instantly burned him to ashes. Ding. Host killed the pirate curs and got 13,500 killing points. The system's prompt sounded, and Lucifer gained another wave of killing points. Lucifer got a total of 22,500 kill points for killing this cur's pirate group. His total kill points came to 62,000. Is it funny? It's not funny. On the roof opposite the tavern, Lucifer retracted his fingers. At the Grand Line, that's reason enough. The Grand Line is known as the graveyard of pirates, where anything can happen. It's normal for some strong people to kill a few pirate groups because they are bored and looking for fun. Take Hawkeye in Shichibukai, he's the one who does this most often. There are hundreds of pirates destroyed by him every year because he is bored to pass the time. He alone wiped out more pirates than the other 6 Shichibukai combined. It can be said that Hawkeye is the model worker in Shichibukai. Behind Lucifer, Cavendish was carrying the unconscious Baby 5, looking at Lucifer's back, and then at the bombed-out tavern. A look of unnaturalness flashed across his face. He still doesn't understand why Lucifer is hunting pirates everywhere. Could it be that he has a grudge against the pirates? But in this way, Lucifer should become a marine. Why should he become a pirate? Being a pirate, but hunting pirates everywhere, looks more like a marine than a marine. No matter how you look at it, it's weird. Scary. The captain is really scary. Why do you like killing pirates so much? Could it be that the captain simply likes to kill? Is he a pervert murderer who likes to kill? Cavendish's face changed, and a trace of fear suddenly appeared in his heart. He felt that he was on the wrong boat. What should I do if I follow a pervert murderer captain? I regret it. Is it too late to escape now? Cavendish yelled in his heart, his face constantly changing, turning green, red, white and green. At this moment, Lucifer's voice suddenly sounded. Hey, what are you thinking? It's time to go and find the next target. Lucifer's voice made Cavendish wake up instantly, and at the same time, he was more sure that his captain was a pervert who liked to kill. Okay, Captain, I'll be right there. Cavendish responded with a trembling voice, hastening to follow behind Lucifer. Cavendish didn't dare to get too close, but he didn't dare to stay too far either. No problem. Although the captain is a pervert and likes to kill people, but I am his crew, he should not be perverted enough to attack the crew. I'm safe for now. Cavendish comforted himself like this in his heart. If Lucifer knew what Cavendish was thinking, he would definitely beat him up. This unlucky thing has a big brain hole, and any outrageous ideas can come up. Rather than saying that Lucifer is a pervert murderer, it is better to say that Cavendish's second gay Hakuba is. As a personality who only likes to kill, Hakuba's killing intent is the purest, no one can compare with it. A half an hour later, a villa in the small town of Crescent Island was blown up. It was originally the home of a wealthy businessman in the town, but it was occupied by a group of pirates. With the collapse of the villa, another pirate group perished in the hands of Lucifer. Ding. Host killed the pirate Monder and got 15,500 killing points. Ding. Host killed the pirates and got 1,700 killing points. Ding. Host killed the pirates and got 1,300 killing points. Ding. Host killed the pirates and got 800 killing points. Ding. Host kills the pirate soldiers. A series of system prompts sounded, and the total number of Lucifer's kill points reached 90,000. A boom. 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 Throughout the day, there would be a loud explosion from time to time in the small town of Crescent Island, and billows of smoke would rise into the sky. Those who didn't know thought it was the pirates who were fighting, but in fact it was Lucifer who was killing. Every explosion represents the demise of a pirate group. In this way, the time came to the evening, and the killing finally subsided temporarily. On this day, Lucifer killed a total of 6 pirate groups, including Diamanti at the beginning, and hunted a total of 7 prey. Properties panel. Host. Lucifer age, 23. Devil fruit. Word spirit fruit physique, hell demon. Armament hockey. Advanced observation hockey. Advanced. Conqueror's hockey. Advanced kill points, 148000. After a day of killing, Lucifer's harvest is also very huge, and the total number of killing points has reached 148,000. This is still the first day, and there are still many pirate groups on the island. If all of them are wiped out, breaking through 200,000 killing points is very easy. On a roof in the port of Crescent Island, Lucifer stood with his hands behind his back and opened the system store. System. Buy Armament Hockey External Release Skills. Ding. Armament Hockey's external skill was purchased successfully, 100,000 kill points were deducted, and the remaining kill points are 48,000. A surge of energy surged, and a flash of memory instantly filled Lucifer's mind. After the memory fusion is completed, Lucifer has an extra skill out of thin air, which can be used naturally. Boom. Lucifer raised his palm, and a wall in front of him was smashed into pieces. This is the release of Armament Hockey, which is somewhat similar to the release of true energy in martial arts novels. After Armament Hockey is separated from the body, it can directly evolve into substantial attack or defense power. It can launch a powerful impact to fly away the enemy, and can also form a protective wall, and even defend against invisible attacks. This can only be achieved if Armament Hockey has cultivated to a certain level, coupled with penance skills. With the help of the system, Lucifer mastered it in an instant. There are many ways to use Armament Hockey. In addition to external release, there is also internal destruction, and the price is also 100,000 killing points. I now have 48,000 killing points, and I will be able to save enough soon. Lucifer looked at the town under his feet, and he sensed the breath of pirates inside. To Lucifer, these are leeks that are ripe and ready to be harvested. At the same time, Lucifer's massacres during the day finally aroused the fear of many pirate groups on the island. These pirate groups were terrified and wanted to work together to get rid of Lucifer. All of a sudden, many pirate captains privately discussed forming an alliance and huddled together to keep warm. Of course, in addition to the pirates who want to destroy Lucifer, there are also pirates who choose to escape because of fear of Lucifer's strength. Some pirates thought that since they couldn't find the treasure after searching for so long, they might as well leave directly, and there was no need to stay and fight Lucifer. After all, the strength of the demon Lucifer is really strong. Under the dark night, a pirate ship set sail from the port and headed for the boundless sea. A pirate captain stood at the bow of the ship, looking at the fire on the rear island, showing a hint of sarcasm. You guys just stay and fight that monster, Lousy will go first. That monster Lucifer is not so easy to deal with. Lousy will not be left to be buried with you. Ha 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 ha. The pirate captain admired his wise decision and couldn't help laughing. However, at this moment, a golden laser beam suddenly shot out from the island. Before the pirate captain could react, the laser had already hit the pirate ship under his feet. With a loud bang, the entire pirate ship exploded and was engulfed by the fireball. Amidst the flames, the pirate captain showed horror and distorted expression, looking at the small island behind with deep regret in his eyes. He regretted coming to Crescent Island to join in the fun. If he didn't come, he wouldn't have died. At the last moment before his death, the pirate captain finally understood that Lucifer had no intention of letting the pirates on the island leave the island alive. Everyone must die. The last consciousness dissipated, and the body of the pirate captain was burned to ashes by the flames, leaving no bones left. Ding. Host killed the pirate Kazakh and got 5,000 killing points. Ding. Host kills the pirates and gets 400 killing points. Ding. Host kills pirate soldiers and gets 600 killing points. Ding. Host kills the pirates and gets 300 killing points. Lucifer stood on the roof, withdrew his fingers, and the system's prompts kept ringing in his head. The kill points kept rising and eventually stopped at 56,000. All members of this pirate group are miscellaneous fish, and a total of One Piece does not exceed 8,000 killing points. Tonight, Lucifer has been staying in the port. Observation hockey has been turned on. Any pirates who try to escape from Crescent Island will be spotted by him immediately. Under Lucifer's close monitoring, no pirate could leave safely. The big explosion at sea naturally attracted the attention of many pirates, and they all understood Lucifer's plan. Now, if we don't join hands, we will join forces. Lucifer clearly wants to kill all the pirates on the island. If they don't want to die, they can only join forces to kill Lucifer. Live or die, they have nowhere to go. Damn guy, fight him. There are only 2 of them. We have so many people. If you don't believe me, you can't kill him. That's right, any one of us could have drowned him by spitting. If he doesn't want us to live, he shouldn't think about it either. Kill Lucifer. Kill him. The pirates on the island turned into furious mad dogs, exuding killing intent and malice. These murderous intentions and malice appeared from all over the town, and then gathered together, rushing towards the coastal port. In the eyes of Lucifer, who turned on observation hockey, these auras are clearly visible, and they are all locked by him one by one. With the riot of the pirates, the town was on fire for a while, and the shouts of killing resounded throughout the entire Crescent Island. Hey, isn't this number too much? Behind Lucifer, Cavendish panicked. After all, the number of pirates who wanted to kill them had exceeded 10,000, and he was afraid even thinking about it. The current Cavendish is still too immature, and he has not yet had the courage to fight against 10,000. But it might be different if it was changed to Hakuba. The murderer would only be more excited. If you are afraid, step back first. The boat is at the port. Take Baby 5 and wait for me on the boat. Lucifer said calmly. The seriously injured Baby 5 has been in a coma for a day, and he still hasn't woken up. Can you do it alone? Shall we retreat first? There's no need to fight them to the death. Cavendish couldn't help but said. Lucifer just smiled calmly. If you talk nonsense, you won't be able to leave. Thousands of pirates approached quickly, and an astonishing murderous aura rushed towards them. Boom. There was a gunshot, and a bullet flew past Cavendish's cheek. Cavendish's face changed, and he said quickly, "Then I'll go first." After speaking, Cavendish turned into a black shadow and shot into the distance. He couldn't help looking back at Lucifer's back, and he became more and more sure that his captain was an extremely bloodthirsty pervert killer. Otherwise, who would be so bored? Fighting with tens of thousands of pirates for no reason. Even if it is marine, there are not many people who fight like this, right? Oh? No? What am I worried about? Cavendish was taken aback suddenly. I was forced to join by him. Why worry about him? If he dies, won't this sun be free? With hindsight, Cavendish realized that he didn't know when he really took Lucifer as the captain. Obviously they only knew each other for a day, so they didn't have any friendship at all. Does this guy have such a great personality? Cavendish took a deep look at Lucifer's back, a bit puzzled. In fact, this is another attribute of the owner of Conqueror's Hockey, charisma. The powerhouse who can awaken Conqueror's Hockey is 1 in a million, so they all have very strong charisma. This kind of charm can attract the strong, make some powerful people unknowingly develop a good impression, and finally surrender allegiance. Therefore, Conqueror's Hockey awakeners can often become big shots, and there are countless powerful people following behind them. Lucifer has this charisma in him. Cavendish joined at first out of desperation, fearing that Lucifer would kill him. But he was also unknowingly infected by Lucifer's charisma, and naturally regarded Lucifer as the captain. On the other side, on the roof of a high-rise building, Lucifer looked at the tens of thousands of pirates who had killed them, and smiled evilly. Kill Lucifer. Kill him and chop him to pieces. Come on. The sound of killing was getting closer and closer, and countless pirates fired at the same time, and the bullets hit Lucifer like a torrential rain. Lucifer waved his hand and lowered it lightly, the wall of vacuum. A transparent invisible wall appeared, blocking all incoming bullets. Let's go back. As soon as the voice fell, all the bullets fired returned. A group of pirates in the front row were shot, and a large piece fell down at the same time like mowing grass. Ding. Host kills the pirates and gets 300 killing points. Ding. Host kills the pirates and gets 200 killing points. Ding. Host kills the pirates and gets 400 killing points. The system beeped continuously, and Lucifer had already shot again. Lightsaber Bachi Chong Guyu. Countless golden lightsabers appeared around Lucifer, filling the entire sky in an instant. The lightsaber shot out, like countless golden meteors falling. What meteors bring is beauty, but what golden lightsaber brings is deadly killing intent. The lightsaber fell into the pirate army and immediately caused a violent explosion. Boom. 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 The sound of explosions continued continuously, and one after another fireballs exploded in the pirate army. Countless pirates screamed and wailed. There were even more pirates who were engulfed in the sea of AA flames before they could even scream. Lucifer is suspended in the sky, and the surrounding lightsabers are constantly being generated and shot out, as if endless. The entire town under his feet is within his bombing range. In terms of firepower, tens of thousands of pirates combined cannot compare to him alone. And along with the killing, the system's prompt sound kept ringing in Lucifer's mind, non-stop. In fact, Lucifer could use Conqueror's Hockey to stun some weak miscellaneous soldiers first, but that was too troublesome, so Lucifer chose to do it directly. Damn brat, I'll deal with you. Suddenly, a shirtless blonde man jumped onto the roof and slashed a huge vacuum slash at Lucifer. This is a pirate captain whose strength has reached the level of Iron Slayer swordsman. Lucifer scattered the slash with a punch, then raised his hand and pointed, and a golden lightsaber pierced his chest in an instant. The lightsaber then explodes, blowing it apart. Ding. Host killed the pirate Fandy Cross and got 19,000 killing points. Worth 19,000 kill points, this guy's bounty should be close to 200 million. Placed in the first half of the Grand Line, it can be regarded as an overlord. However, in front of Lucifer, he couldn't bear even one move. Seeing a pirate captain being easily killed by Lucifer, the surviving pirates were all terrified. And as the lightsaber continued to fall, more pirates died. Many pirate captains couldn't even fight back. Like some pirates, they were directly blown to pieces by lightsabers. Under Lucifer's attack, the pirate captain is no different from his subordinates. Devil, this guy is a devil. Run, we are no match for this demon. He's going to kill us all. Why is such a strong monster staring at us? Isn't he also a pirate? Why did he attack us? Countless pirates were howling miserably, and then fled in all directions. The battle has just begun and it has already been declared over. Lucifer is too strong, making these pirates realize that even if they go together, they have no chance of winning. If they don't want to die now, they can only run away. However, Lucifer's firepower covered almost the entire town, and the speed of the lightsaber was so fast that they had no way to escape, and there was no time to escape. Immediately, some pirates began to beg for mercy. Let me go, I can be your subordinate. I would like to join your pirate team. Forgive me, please spare my life. Stop it. Damn Lucifer, you're going to die too. Come and kill this monster. You're going to hell. Countless pirates ran and begged for mercy, but Lucifer was unmoved. Seeing that Lucifer didn't plan to stop, the pirates started cursing and cursing Lucifer. Vicious words came and went, but were quickly overshadowed by explosions. Lucifer was suspended in the sky, expressionless. Still manipulating the lightsaber to harvest the lives of pirates in the town. In the world, there is only one fruit of words. No matter how hard these people scolded, it would not be lethal to him, Lucifer just ignored it. The lightsaber bombardment lasted for half an hour, and as the last wave of lightsabers fell, Lucifer finally stopped attacking. Endless gunpowder smoke filled the air and rose into the sky. The entire town has been engulfed in a sea of AA flames, almost razed to the ground, and there is no longer a single intact building. As far as the eye can see, there are stumps and broken arms all over the body, and no living people can be seen at all. Lucifer swiped with the observation hockey to make sure there were no more survivors underfoot. More than 10,000 pirates have all died. the bloody massacre finally came to an end. 10,000 people sounds like a lot, but it's actually not that much in the world of pirates. In the original book, Hawkeye was too bored to chase and kill the Creek pirates, killing 5,000 people with one sword. A Creek pirate group has 5,000 people, and Lucifer has now bloodbathed more than a dozen pirate groups, only more than 10,000 people, which is very small in comparison. After all, the pirate group of Grand Line is not like the Four Seas, the captain will not recruit so many miscellaneous soldiers. There are very few existences like the Creek pirates. After all, that kind of pirate group is actually useless except for having more people. No matter how many trashfish there are, they are still trashfish after all. It's really tiring. In midair, Lucifer let out a long breath. The lightsaber attacked continuously for half an hour, consuming a lot of Lucifer's energy. Recover. Lucifer said something softly. The moment the voice sounded, a black light suddenly appeared, covering Lucifer's whole body. A second later, the black light disappeared, and Lucifer's lost physical strength was fully replenished, and he returned to his peak state. The fruit of the spirit of speech can turn what is said into reality. Lucifer cannot directly affect the enemy's body, but it can affect his own body. Lucifer cannot directly affect the enemy's body, but it can affect his own body. With this ability, no matter how seriously injured Lucifer is, as long as he does not die, he can heal instantly. That said, Lucifer can always be at his peak. Physical strength, stamina, self-healing ability, everything, Lucifer just needs to talk. Kaido possesses immortality and heals quickly from injuries. But compared to Lucifer, he is still far behind. Lucifer's only heart is the key, even if he blows his head, he won't die. Coupled with the regular self-healing ability of the word spirit fruit, he is truly immortal. System. Open the Properties panel. Properties panel. Host. Lucifer age. 23 Devil fruit. Word spirit fruit. Physique. Hell Demon Armament Hockey. Advanced. Observation Hockey. Advanced Conquerors Hockey. Advanced. Kill points. 189,000 before the war. Lucifer's kill point was 56,000, now it is 189,000. In other words, in this battle, Lucifer gained a total of 133,000 kill points, more than doubled. Close the system panel, and Lucifer opens the system store. System. Buy Armament Hockey Internal Destruction Skills. Ding. Armament Hockey's internal destruction skills have been purchased successfully, 100,000 kill points have been deducted, and the remaining kill points are 89,000. A surge of energy surged, and another burst of memory filled Lucifer's mind. After merging the memory, Lucifer learned another way to use Armament Hockey. If Armament Hockey's external release is a frontal attack, then Armament Hockey's internal destruction is an in-depth assassination. On the basis of hardening, entanglement, and release, Armament Hockey penetrates the enemy's external defenses and penetrates into the body, directly causing damage to the enemy's interior. The strong can use Armament Hockey for defense outside the body, but not the internal organs. Once the Armament Hockey explodes inside the body, it will explode with the most terrifying power. 1 unit of Armament Hockey can exert the lethality of 10 units. Faced with this kind of attack, one can only resist with a strong body. Such as Kaido's immortal body, or Lucifer's demon physique. Some of the top players on the Grand Line, experienced hockey users, mostly use these two techniques. Because of this, they are absolutely overwhelmingly powerful. Taking one last look at the Properties panel, Lucifer shut down the system and turned to leave. Call out. Ripples appeared in the air, and a black shadow disappeared in the sky, shooting towards the sea. Soon, Lucifer saw a conspicuous pirate ship. Cavendish was standing on the deck looking around, not knowing what he was looking for. Call. A gust of wind blows, and Lucifer appears on the deck of the pirate ship. Hey, what are you looking at? The sudden sound startled Cavendish. Boat, Captain, come back. Cavendish's mouth twitched, not knowing whether to be happy or sad. Happily, the captain of his family came back unscathed in the face of the siege of thousands of people. This proves that the captain of his family is very strong, very strong. If you follow him, you will definitely have a bright future, and you will definitely become famous all over the world in the future. At that time, I will definitely be sought after by more beautiful girls. The sad thing is that he is doomed to be unable to disembark, so he can only follow his murderer captain all the way to the dark. Captain, how was the result of the battle? Cavendish couldn't help asking. Before he was on the boat, he saw the scene of the battle on Crescent Island with his own eyes. The countless golden lightsabers fell, like a torrential rain of lightsabers. The magnificent battle scene and the extremely terrifying battle storm made Cavendish dumbfounded and unforgettable. He never thought that someone could be so powerful. Cavendish also had to admit what Lucifer said. He was weak, very weak, pitifully weak. Of course I won. Lucifer said flatly. The pirate? Of course they're all dead. After speaking, Lucifer turned and walked into the cabin. Cavendish's face was dull, and a gust of sea breeze blew by, making him shiver involuntarily. Dead. More than 10,000 pirates are all dead. I have known for a long time that my captain is very murderous, but tonight's killing made Cavendish understand what this murderous concept is. Slaughtering tens of thousands of people at a single disagreement, there are not many monsters like this in the entire Grand Line. Hee, it seems that it is impossible for my son to want to be free. Cavendish smiled bitterly. From this moment on, Cavendish surrendered completely. In the pirate cabin, Lucifer was sitting on the bed with 4 devil fruits in front of him. These 4 devil fruits are all recovered by Lucifer, namely Black Panther fruit, Cutting fruit, Flying fruit, and Genjon fruit. Lucifer can get killing points by recycling devil fruit. A Black Panther fruit is worth 30,000 killing points, and the price is very good. The Black Leopard fruit and Cutting fruit are good, so keep them for now. As for the Fluttering fruit and Genjon fruit, they will be recycled directly. The abilities of the last 2 fruits are really not very powerful, let alone the Genjon fruit. They can only create a real-life helicopter, which can be used as a means of transportation. Floating fruit doesn't have a strong attack power either. The development requires talent and the process is very long. Subsequently, Lucifer turned on the system. System, recover floating fruit and Genjon fruit. After the voice fell, the floating fruit and the Genjon fruit disappeared at the same time. Ding. Successfully recovered the fluttering fruit and the turning fruit, and got 15,000 killing points. 2 devil fruits give Lucifer 15,000 kill points, which is just so. Properties panel. Host. Lucifer age, 23. Devil fruit. Word spirit fruit physique, Hell demon. Armament hockey. Advanced observation hockey. Advanced. Conqueror's hockey. Advanced kill points, 104,000. Finally, Lucifer's kill point once again broke through the 100,000 mark. It's a pity that there are not many opportunities to search for killing spots like this. This time, it was because of Captain John's treasure that attracted a large number of pirates, and Lucifer was able to catch them all. If you look for them one by one, I don't know how much time it will take. The sea is vast, and it is still very difficult to find a valuable prey, and the most important thing is time-consuming. How many times have you come to fish and enforce the law? Lucifer had a whim. What pirates want most is treasure, and what Lucifer needs most is money. He has the spiritual fruit of words, and he can easily create a golden mountain. Using Jin Shan as bait, those pirates will naturally fall into the trap obediently. Well, yes, that's a good idea. I really am a genius. Lucifer nodded secretly, admiring his intelligence very much. Under the dark night, the pirate ship slowly left the port of Crescent Island and sailed towards the endless Wangyang Sea ahead. Time passed, and a ray of rising sun shot out from the sea level, piercing the darkness. Lucifer woke up from his sleep and went to the deck to enjoy the sea breeze. Cavendish got up earlier than him, and had already caught a small sea kings from the sea for breakfast. Hey, good morning, Captain, breakfast will be ready soon. Cavendish saw Lucifer and quickly got up to say hello. Facing such a powerful captain, Cavendish was under a lot of pressure. Is the maid still awake? Lucifer sat down and asked. Not yet, but it should be soon. Cavendish glanced at the deck. Although Baby 5 is still awake, he is not in a coma, but asleep. Breathing became more and more steady. Last night, Baby 5 just lay on the deck all night. On the deck, Baby 5's eyelashes moved and slowly opened his eyes. The first thing I saw was the blue sky, and a few seagulls flew by, leaving behind a few tweets. Oh, are you finally awake? Cavendish suddenly appeared next to Baby 5, which surprised Baby 5. Who are you guys? Baby 5's expression changed, and he jumped up from the deck suddenly. But suddenly, she felt a pain in her chest and half knelt on the deck. A few drops of cold sweat flowed down his face, contorted by pain. At this time, Baby 5 finally remembered that they were defeated. That young fair-faced girl just waved her hand lightly, and she lost consciousness. She was so powerful and terrifying. What is this place? Where am I? Baby 5 was stunned suddenly, because she saw a person. That person is the monster who defeated them in memory. Why are you here? Where's Master Diamanti? Where's Buffalo? Where are they? Baby 5 turned pale with fright, sat down on the deck, kicked his feet and crawled backwards. In her eyes, Lucifer was simply a monster, and she dared not approach him in the slightest. They are all dead, and you are the only one left alive. Lucifer said with a smile, If you want to find them, I can also give you a ride. Dead? Impossible. Lord Diamanti is very strong, how could he die? You must be lying to me. You. While talking, Baby Five's voice suddenly stopped. Because she discovered that at the moment they were riding on the pirate ship of the Don Quixote family. The boat was empty, not a single Don Quixote family pirate in sight. Even the pirate ship was robbed, and the fate of Diamanti and Buffalo can be imagined. Bastard, you killed them. Baby Five rushed towards Lucifer suddenly, his hands turned into machetes and slashed at his head. Clang. A cloud of sparks flew. Baby Five's move was blocked by Cavendish. Hey, maid, don't be impulsive, it's scary for the captain to be angry. Cavendish swung his sword to force Baby Five back, and at the same time kicked him flying. Baby Five smashed its head against the cabin wall, and spewed out another mouthful of blood. Bastard, you dare to kill my companion, I won't let you go. There is also the young master will not let you go. Baby Five hissed and roared, tears streaming from his eyes. Really? But I think you will obey my orders soon. Lucifer said with a slight smile. Stop joking, bastard, how could I obey your orders? Baby Five yelled. Maid, can you pour me a glass of red wine? I need you very much. Okay, I'll be right there. Baby Five quickly ran to the dining table, poured a glass of red wine for Lucifer, blushing. I'm needed. The sudden scene made Cavendish's eyes widen, he was stunned, and he didn't know how to complain. A second ago, you were still shouting and screaming, and you were going to fight the captain desperately. What are you doing now? Bring tea and water to Lucifer, be his maid. Are you originally this kind of persona? Cavendish yelled frantically in his heart. Suddenly, Baby Five was taken aback, and the rosiness on his face instantly faded, turning into a look of anger. Are you kidding? Who wants to be your maid? As he spoke, his arm turned into a machete again and slashed at Lucifer's neck. Clang. A cloud of sparks flew, the scimitar was blocked an inch away from Lucifer, and a transparent shield appeared around Lucifer's neck. No matter how hard Baby Five tried, the machete couldn't move forward a single point. Don't be impulsive, maid, calm down, and then cut me a piece of barbecue. Lucifer didn't change his face, still maintaining a sunny smile. As soon as the words fell, Baby Five changed his face again, obediently went to cut the barbecue. Afterwards, Baby Five showed what is the face-changing stunt. She can constantly switch between rage and shyness, and the transition between the two is not hindered. Cavendish was stunned, and finally understood why Lucifer wanted to keep Baby Five. It turned out that she was such an easy-to-solve person, as long as she said a word. It can be said that to deal with Baby Five, you don't need the fruit of speech, anyone's mouth can play a role. Okay, from today onwards, you will be the maid of the Nether Pirates. After dinner, Lucifer gave the captain's order. Don't be silly, I'm from Don Quixote family, I won't join your pirate group. Besides, the young master will find you soon, and by then, you will be dead. Baby Five didn't shoot Lucifer again, she knew that the gap between herself and this man was too big to kill him. She can only hope now that the young master will find her as soon as possible and kill Lucifer to avenge Diamanti and the others. Who knows what will happen in the future? I said you are my maid, and you are. Now, I need you to be my maid, do you agree? Yes, I agree, Halfway through speaking, Baby Five's face became stiff. Because she really agreed. She really wanted to slap herself, why couldn't she refuse others? Ha 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 ha, you are really interesting. Lucifer felt that it was a wise decision for him to let Baby Five on board. Although she is not strong in battle, as a maid, she is undoubtedly the most suitable candidate. Cavendish, set sail and go to the next destination. Lucifer put down his glass and gave the captain's order. Where is the next destination? Mogu Town, find another partner. On the shore of Crescent Island, 3 marine warships docked on the shore, and a team of marines landed and entered the center of the island. What appeared before them was ruins, and everything in the town was consumed by flames. Some charred wood was still emitting black smoke, and the island was filled with a disgusting smell of blood. Kizaru Admiral, searched, the entire Crescent Island was almost destroyed, no trace of pirates were found, they should be dead. A marine colonel came up behind Kizaru and reported respectfully. Well, it's really terrible, did you destroy a small island? Kizaru poked his mouth up, his face still had that wretched expression. Can you judge how many pirates died? I can't make an accurate judgment on this, but it is roughly estimated that there were at least tens of thousands of people. Colonel Marine said in a deep voice. Tens of thousands of people. It seems that we are one step late. Kizaru turned his head to look at the sea in the distance, and there was a trace of heaviness in his eyes. This time he led a team to chase Lucifer out to sea, and came to Crescent Island according to the clues, but it was a step too late. Lucifer is gone, leaving Marine with a ruined and dilapidated town. The town was almost razed to the ground, with traces of flames everywhere and countless huge potholes. Kizaru recognized at a glance that it was the crater left by the flash explosion, proving that the murderer was Lucifer. After seeing the remains of the battlefield with his own eyes, Kizaru is 100% sure that Lucifer's flash power is not weaker than him. Although I don't know how Haki's cultivation is, but Lucifer is already a super-strength big pirate, which is unmatched by non-marine admiral. Send back the news here, let the various marine branches closely track down Lucifer's tracks. At the same time, convey the old man's suggestion to let naval headquarters increase Lucifer's bounty. Kizaru's expression was rarely serious. Yes, Lord Admiral. Colonel Marine saluted respectfully and immediately dialed the phone bug. But when the colonel was on the phone, Kizaru returned to his usual lewd expression. It's really troublesome. This kid has already gone far away. In order to catch him, the old man's vacation must be ruined again. And I don't know if I can catch him. If I can't catch him all the time, wouldn't this old man have to work overtime every day? Stingy Sengoku, I didn't pay the old man overtime for overtime work. When I go back next time, I must ask him to give the old man a raise. Otherwise, I'd better resign. I really envy Vice Admiral Garp. They fish every day without working, and their salary is so high. If I knew I had to work 24 hours overtime, I shouldn't have agreed to be promoted to Admiral. Kizaru stared blankly at the sea in the distance, his heart was constantly fluctuating. But in the eyes of the marine soldiers next to him, Kizaru Admiral looked like he was chasing pirates. The eyes are unshakable, so firm and unwavering. At the moment, many marine soldiers secretly made up their minds that they must learn from Admiral Kizaru. Learn from his attitude, and work overtime to catch pirates like him, 24 hours a day without rest. After receiving the news from Crescent Island, naval headquarters also took action immediately. Still, Crane Vice Admiral is in charge of making Lucifer's latest bounty. At the same time, news of Lucifer's destruction of Crescent Island spread within Marine, and Virgo, an undercover agent, notified Doflamingo of the news immediately. Hey, Joker, that's the way it is. Yes, Marine has confirmed that Lucifer destroyed Crescent Island, and none of the tens of thousands of pirates on the island survived. Kizaru made his own judgment and said that Lucifer's strength is very strong, and Marine Admiral is unmatched. You should be more careful. Okay, that's it, I'll pay attention. The call was very short, and Virgo cut off the call immediately after the news was conveyed. As an undercover agent, he must be cautious. If there is even a trace of leakage, he will be surrounded by countless marine powerhouses in an instant, and then he will die without a whole body. On the other side, Dressrosa. Doflamingo, who ended the call, suddenly crushed the phone bug in his hand. Lucifer, it really is this arrogant brat. After Diamanti's death, Doflamingo had guessed the identity of the murderer. There are not many strong players in the first half of the Grand Line, and there are very few people who can kill Diamanti. Marine will not make a move, after all Diamanti is Shichibukai's subordinate. There are not many pirates who dare to attack Diamanti, and his reputation is still very useful. Apart from these, there are only newcomers left. Only rookies can be so bold and fearless. Every year, there will be a few newcomers with backbone, who are not afraid of the sky and the earth, and go to sea just to become the One Piece. They don't even look down on Whitebeard, let alone a Shichibukai. Among the rookies who debuted this year, Lucifer is the most famous and has the most terrifying record. Doflamingo's first suspicion is Lucifer. Now with Virgo's confirmation, he finally confirmed his guess. Hey, I'm really underestimated, do you want to challenge me? Demon Lucifer. How arrogant. Several flashes of cold light flashed, and Lucifer's reward order was cut into pieces. With a loud bang, the windows of the palace collapsed along with the walls. Doflamingo jumped out of the gap, turning into a pink figure and flying into the sky. Damn kid, I'm coming to you right now. Under the vast blue sky, Doflamingo's expression twisted, and his grinning face became even more terrifying. On the endless sea, a pirate ship is slowly driving on the sea. The pirate ship is very large and extremely luxuriously decorated, dotted with gems and gold. The symbol on the sails and banner is a hideous laughing demon with two huge demon wings behind it. This is the pirate ship Lucifer built with his ability, named Nether. Now that he has established his own pirate group, naturally he can no longer use the stolen ships. With the sailing of the Nether, Lucifer's Nether pirates officially announced to go to sea. On the deck, Lucifer lay leisurely on a beach chair, wearing a pair of sunglasses to block the sun. Beside, Cavendish is exercising. He's carrying a huge barbell and doing push-ups. Since being hit by Lucifer, Cavendish has been working out and getting stronger. Lucifer was not stingy either, and taught him the cultivation methods of observation hockey and armament hockey. Cavendish's aptitude is not weak, and it won't be long before he can successfully awaken the two-color hockey. "Hey, maid, I'm out of juice, go get me another glass," Lucifer yelled, holding an empty glass. "Who's your maid? Be polite, bastard. I didn't agree to be your crew member." Baby 5 stood aside smoking a cigarette with a cold attitude. But he didn't hold on for a second, and obediently went to pour juice for Lucifer. The mouth says no, but the body is very honest. Cuckoo, cluck. Suddenly, a news bird fell from the sky and landed on the table in front of Lucifer. Neck tilted, eyes fixed on Lucifer. "Get a newspaper." Lucifer flicked his fingers, and a gold coin shot into the purse on Newsbird's chest. Then Newsbird took out a newspaper and handed it to Lucifer. "Open the newspaper. The headlines on the front page have a big news that shocked the whole world. The Red Hair Pirates have defeated the Henry Pirates and are about to ascend to the throne." The newspaper printed a huge photo of Shanks the Redhead. As a big pirate who is famous all over the world, almost everyone knows this face. The King's War in New World is coming to an end. A group of powerful big pirates fought fiercely for the last king's throne. The Red Hair Pirates led by Shanks defeated many strong competitors, even the famous Henry Pirates were defeated by him. Today, the Red Hair Pirates are the closest thing to the Emperor, and the red-haired Shanks are also the most popular candidates for the 4 emperors. Many people think that the Red Hair will inevitably become the final winner. Before long, he will be able to sit on an equal footing with Whitebeard, Kaido, and Big Mom, and become the real 4 emperors, ruling the new world. It's really fast. Lucifer smiled slightly. For this news, Lucifer had expected it a long time ago. If there is no accident, the final winner should be the redhead. But these are none of his business. Lucifer is still fishing in the first half of the Grand Line, and he has no contact with the 4 emperors of New World for the time being. Opening another page of the newspaper, a reward order suddenly fell out. Oh? Has the new reward order finally come out? The photo on this bounty is clearly Lucifer, and the bounty has been updated. The devil Lucifer, with a bounty of 330 million Baileys, has committed a heinous crime, regardless of life or death. Lucifer's bounty has increased by 100 million, and at the same time, his deeds of destroying Crescent Island and massacring tens of thousands of pirates have also been exposed. The purpose of Marines doing this is obvious, that is, to borrow a knife to kill someone. Lucifer killed so many pirates, it will definitely arouse the extreme hatred of the pirates. Those powerful pirates will come to target Lucifer after seeing the reward and deeds. With the pirates carrying the firepower in front, Marine can sit back and reap the benefits. Sengoku is Sengoku, and the resourceful general lives up to its name. Inside Marine, only Sengoku can do this kind of thing. Sometimes soft knives are the deadliest. Sengoku has been a Marine marshal for decades, and he is proficient in this kind of borrowed knife killing. Hey, why is there no reward order from my uncle? Cavendish came up behind Lucifer and complained. You are not a pirate, how could there be a reward order? Cavendish's joining Lucifer's command has not been exposed, so his apparent identity is still the prince of Rommel's kingdom. Because of his status as a prince, even though Cavendish killed many people due to murderous sleepwalking, he was still not wanted by Marine. In the original book, Cavendish was expelled by his own country, and then went to sea to become a pirate, and then he was offered a reward. Now that Lucifer recruits Cavendish, it just makes Cavendish a pirate in advance. Just wait, with your strength, it won't be long before you will be offered a reward by Marine. Cavendish's reputation was not weak, and now he has joined the Nether Pirates. Combining Lucifer's name and Cavendish's own strength, Marine will soon issue a reward order. Boom, 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 boom. At this moment, a burst of artillery fire came from a distance. Lucifer looked up, and a small island appeared in the sea ahead. The shells were fired from the island, and a pirate ship approaching the island was blown up in half. The ship was burning with flames and was crumbling, ready to sink at any moment. As the pirate ship ran aground, several small boats came out from the island, and a group of pirates rushed to the pirate ship and began to burn, kill and loot. Fierce shouts and arrogant laughter sounded from the merchant ship, one after another, for a long time. Hey, what kind of island is this? Is it so chaotic? He actually robbed the passing pirate ship? Cavendish stood on the side of the ship, staring forward with wide eyes, shocked. He has seen many pirates robbing merchant ships, but it is rare to see pirates robbing pirates. This is Magic Valley Town, also known as a small town where pirates gather. The island is full of pirates, and there is no law at all. Lucifer looked at the small island ahead and said calmly. This is Magic Valley Town? Is there a companion we are looking for? Cavendish was a little surprised. He knew that the destination of this trip was Magic Valley Town, but he didn't expect Magic Valley Town to be so chaotic. For outsiders who want to land in Magic Valley Town, even getting to the shore is a big problem. Pirates who are not strong enough have already died in the sea before reaching the shore. The person I'm looking for is not on the island, but in the sky. Lucifer looked up at the sky, where thick white clouds drifted across the sky. There was nothing there, but Lucifer knew there were islands suspended in the clouds. In the sky, Sky Island? Cavendish had apparently also heard the legend of Sky Island. Isn't that a lie? Everything about the Golden Township is fake. Captain, you don't really believe it, do you? Cavendish wanted to laugh, but seeing Lucifer's serious expression, he didn't dare to laugh out loud. He was sure that if he dared to laugh, he would be thrown into the sea immediately. The reason why legends exist must have a reason for their existence. People in the world are ignorant, and when they can't find the land of gold, they think it's a lie, but it's just incompetence. Let's go. Go up and have a look. Lucifer waved his hand. Let's take off. As soon as the voice fell, the nether under the feet immediately left the sea and slowly flew into the sky. The nether was getting faster and faster, and in the blink of an eye, it flew up to 1,000-meter altitude. As the nether flew higher and higher, the air gradually became thinner. Both Cavendish and Baby 5 had symptoms of hypoxia, shortness of breath, and red eyes. It took about 5 minutes for the nether to reach an altitude of 10,000 meters. Looking down here, you can only see thick clouds, and the sea has disappeared. Hey, this is exciting too. Cavendish was excited. Stupid. What's the excitement? You'll die if you fall. Baby 5 was different. She was very frightened, trembling with fright, holding on to the mast tightly and not daring to let go. Don't worry, with me here, no one can die. Lucifer smiled calmly, and then turned on observation hockey to find the location of Sky Island hidden in the clouds. Soon, Lucifer sensed that there was a lot of life in the clouds ahead. Found it. The nether broke through the sky, piercing through the white clouds. Finally, a huge island appeared in the eyes of the three. Hey, this is too spectacular. Ah, yes, it's incredible. It's a miracle. The island is actually above the clouds. Cavendish and Baby 5 were stunned by the sight in front of them. The power of nature is sometimes so great that it can do things that humans can't imagine. Captain, now that we have arrived at Sky Island, can't we find the land of gold? How much treasure is there in the legendary Golden City? Cavendish's eyes were shining, and Baby 5 couldn't keep calm. I'm not interested in treasure or something. If you want it, you can find it yourself. I'm in Sky Island just looking for an arrogant guy. Lucifer controls the nether and heads for Apeado, the island of gods. This time period, Enel should have become the god of Sky Island. And with his special observation hockey, they should have spotted their intrusion. Rumble. Suddenly, there was thunder in the sky, and a bolt of lightning flashed across the sky, as if torn apart the sky. Oh. Is it going to rain? Cavendish looked up at the sky, but found that there were no dark clouds above his head, and it was daytime drought and thunder just now. Lucifer kept looking ahead and said calmly, "Here we are." As soon as the words fell, a bolt of lightning fell from the sky. A man with a golden stick and a thunder drum on his back appeared on the bow of the nether. It appeared. Is it an enemy? Still capable? Both Cavendish and Baby 5 were on alert instantly, as if facing a formidable enemy. Enel's appearance is very cool, accompanied by thunder and lightning. With just one glance, one can tell that his ability is not simple, and his strength is definitely very strong. Yeah, ha. Are you from Qinghai? Can actually control the pirate ship to fly in the sky. It seems that he is also a capable person. Enel took an apple and ate it. Even though Cavendish and Baby 5 pointed their weapons at him, he still looked calm. The calmer he is, the stronger he is. Mortals from Qinghai, I can give you a chance to become God's servants. Only in this way can you survive here. Enel stood up with a golden stick in his hand, and the moment the words fell, a powerful aura erupted. The sky above the head was changing, the white clouds turned black, and countless thunder and lightning crossed and danced among the clouds. Endless thunder and lightning shone behind him, setting him off like a god of thunder. Hey, you're pretending to be X too much. Aren't you afraid of being beaten if you pretend to be X like this? Lucifer's voice interrupted Enel's pretend trip, and his explosive momentum was instantly crushed. Enel's face changed, showing a hint of ferocity. Ignorant mortal, you are provoking the majesty of God. The consequence of angering God is death. After finishing speaking, Enel raised the golden stick and pointed, 60 million volts Brontosaurus. A thunder dragon roared out, biting at Lucifer. Lucifer didn't dodge, just waved his hand lightly, dissipate. The moment the sound sounded, the roaring brontosaurus disappeared into nothingness. Enel's expression changed, and just as he was about to make another move, a strong force of gravity pressed against him. Gravity crush. With a loud bang, the deck hull of Nether was directly pierced, and Enel was engulfed by gravity and fell into the sky, slamming hard on the Apeado island below. Hey, Captain, fight as long as you fight, don't break the boat. Cavendish complained helplessly. Isn't it enough to break it and fix it? Lucifer pointed to the hole in the deck and said softly, return to the original shape. The broken boards grew automatically, and soon, the holes in the deck were healed, and the Nether was back to normal again. For Lucifer, building a ship is all about talking. Let's go. Go down and see how that proud god is doing, don't be beaten to death by me. Lucifer smiled lightly and drove the pirate ship to land on the island. In the lush forest, more than a dozen big trees were destroyed, the ground was torn apart, and a huge pothole appeared. Lucifer appeared on the edge of the pothole, and Enel was lying at the bottom of the pothole, bleeding from the corner of his mouth and panting. Lucifer's strong gravity, coupled with the high-level armament hockey, is not something the current Enel can handle. With just one move, Enel was seriously injured by Lucifer. Hey, God of Sky Island, you're not dead, are you? Lucifer yelled at the pothole. Boom! A thick thunderbolt soared into the sky and shot straight into the sky. Enel jumped out of the pothole and was suspended tens of meters in front of Lucifer. He stared at Lucifer with a fearful expression, not daring to act rashly again. You guy. Why can you hit me as a god? God? A weak chicken. Lucifer smiled teasingly, flicked his fingers, flash ray. The laser shot out from the fingertips and pierced Enel's shoulder in an instant. Even though he had the speed of lightning, he didn't react at all. Damn it. Enel spat out a mouthful of blood again, and fell from the sky weakly. He covered his shoulder with his hand, a blood hole appeared there, and the blood trickled like running water. Bastard. How dare you trample on the dignity of God like this, I can't spare you. Enel could tell that the man in front of him wasn't serious at all, and had been teasing him. You know, in the past, only he could play tricks on others, and no one had ever dared to treat him like this. Those who dare to challenge his majesty have already been turned into coke by him. Stupid mortal, I must make you regret it, Thor. Boom. Before Enel finished speaking, an unparalleled force of gravity pressed against him again. That force surpassed imagination, as if it was an island, it directly hit his brain blank, and he almost lost consciousness. Enel wanted to elementalize to remove the impact, but no matter how he used the fruit ability, he couldn't escape the area crushed by gravity. The earth was cracked inch by inch, sunken layer by layer, and finally formed a huge pothole. Enel was hit hard, vomited blood, and finally completely lost consciousness. No. Possible. Before he fell into a coma, Enel still couldn't believe that he was defeated as a god. In front of that man, he was so weak. Even before he had time to display his abilities, he was beaten to pieces. Poor, really pitiful. Seeing how miserable he is, I feel a little sympathetic to him. Captain, didn't you say you wanted to recruit him as a companion? Why are you so ruthless? Cavendish stood on the edge of the pothole. Seeing Enel at the bottom of the pothole like a puddle of mud, he shook his head repeatedly. Cavendish had to sigh. Lucifer was so cruel. But at the same time, I'm glad that when Lucifer recruited him, he didn't shoot so hard. If he came here once, he might be haunted for the rest of his life. The baby 5 next to him was also startled by Lucifer's shot. It was the first time she had seen Lucifer's strength so close. The last time she hadn't seen Lucifer make a move, she had been beaten unconscious. Baby 5 uncontrollably compares Lucifer and Doflamingo, wanting to compare who is stronger. But what she doesn't want to admit is that Lucifer looks stronger than Doflamingo. Lucifer stretched out his palm to aim at the bottom of the pothole, and grabbed it with a big hand, universal pull. A burst of gravity pulled Enel up from the bottom of the pit. It's too miserable, won't you die? Cavendish's mouth twitched. Not dead, I am merciful, Lucifer said with a smile. Hee. Does this count as showing mercy? Cavendish and Baby 5 rolled their eyes wildly, speechless. If that's all mercy, what would it be like for Lucifer to play hard? The two were unable to complain anymore. At this moment, there was a sound of breaking wind, and several figures shot out from the distant forest. These people stepped on strange shells, and created a white cloud path under their feet. It's intruders, catch them. But if you dare to break into the territory of the gods, you can kill them on the spot. Don't let a single one go. Quick. The 4 people with different looks were originally aggressive, but they suddenly shut up at the same time, and the roar stopped abruptly. Because they all saw Enel lying at Lucifer's feet. The supreme god in their hearts. The god who has always been invincible is lying at Lucifer's feet at this moment, with bruises all over his body, his eyes turned white, and he has completely lost consciousness. The god Enel has been defeated. No, it's impossible, Lord Enel is a god. How can Master Enel, who possesses the power of a god, be defeated by mortals? What is the origin of these Qinghai people? These people are the 4th, god-tier officers under Enel, and they are rare powerhouses on Sky Island. Lucifer glanced at them, his pupils turned red instantly, Conqueror's haki erupted, covering the 4 god-tier officers. Kneel down. The indifferent voice rang in the ears of the 4 god-tier officers, and the minds of the 4 went blank. When they came back to their senses, the 4 found themselves kneeling at Lucifer's feet. They couldn't resist that domineering voice. Strange, monster. He's a scarier monster than Master Enel, can't stand against him. If you resist him, you will die. 4. The god-tier officer quickly realized the gap between himself and Lucifer, and buried their heads on the ground, not daring to make a slight movement. Lucifer's word spirit fruit was originally unable to make people kneel down directly, but if it is paired with Conqueror's haki, it can do this. You are Enel's subordinates, take us to the palace. Lucifer said flatly. Yes, my lord, please follow me. Priest Ohm responded respectfully. Led by the priest, Lucifer and the others soon arrived at Enel's palace. Hey, Captain Lucifer, I heard that there is gold on Sky Island, I think. Cavendish is eager to try, wanting to find the land of gold. The legend of the Golden Country has been passed down on the Grand Line for hundreds of years, but no one has ever found it. Cavendish wanted to be famous by being the first to discover the Golden Land. At that time, many beauties will definitely admire him. Cavendish has already begun to fantasize about his reward order being looted by countless beauties. Lucifer glanced at the palace and didn't find a lot of gold here. This proves that Enel has not discovered the Golden City from under the island clouds. You can go there if you want. Whether you can find it or not, it all depends on your ability. Lucifer said indifferently. He knew where the Golden City was, and he knew where the Golden Bell was, but Lucifer wasn't interested in any of that. He can synthesize gold himself, as much as he wants. As for the golden clock, Lucifer can make it with a word. The historical text inlaid on it, Lucifer also already knew the meaning of the content. It can be said that there is nothing in the whole Sky Island that can attract him. Lucifer wouldn't be here at all if he didn't want to recruit Enel as a crew member. Cavendish left with Baby 5 and a few priests. Lucifer walked to Enel's throne and sat down. The remaining priest, Shira, was very honest and brought a few beauties from Sky Island to present him with delicious food and wine. Enel has been treated by Sky Island's doctors, and he is covered in bruises and bandaged into a mummy. While Lucifer was eating, all the palace servants knelt on the left and right sides. The situation changed so quickly that many servants in the palace did not react. But everyone knows that the god Enel has been defeated. According to the rules of Sky Island, Lucifer is now the new god. After years of thunder and lightning training, Enel's physical fitness is very good. After being treated, he regained consciousness the next day. Enel opened his eyes and found himself lying in the palace. Everything that happened before was like a dream. But the pain from all over his body told him that it was not a dream, but reality. He was really beaten. Yo, are you awake? A plain voice came. Enel turned his head to look, and saw the face that he hated so much at a glance. At this moment, that man is swaggeringly sitting on his throne. And all the priests and servants under him now kneel respectfully at his feet. You bastard. Enel was emotionally agitated, thunder and lightning erupted all over his body. Just as he was about to make a move, the familiar gravity fell on him again. He was pinned to the ground, unable to move. Don't get excited, your injury hasn't healed yet. If you do it again, you will really die. Lucifer spoke lightly, but Enel felt a chill. This man has the power to kill him easily. This made Enel feel the fear he hadn't seen for a long time. What do you want? Enel gritted his teeth and asked. You must have guessed it, I am a pirate from Qinghai. Now I still lack a few men on my ship, and you are very suitable. Lucifer said with a smile. Sir? What are you kidding? Lousy is a god. Enel couldn't stand such an insult, and was furious. However, the next moment, he was sent flying and rolled on the ground more than a dozen times. This attack opened the wound that had healed him. Lucifer sat on the throne, still maintaining a flat smile. I'm a very reasonable person. I can talk, but never use my hands. The most important thing is that I never force others, you can think about it again. Don't dream. I won't take refuge in you. Boom. Enel was sent flying again. Think again, I have plenty of time. Lucifer is calm and breezy. Impossible. Boom. I will not surrender. What? Lousy is a god. Ouch. Ah. 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 Enel's screams sounded in the palace, making the scalps of the priests kneeling around them tingle. All they wanted to say was that the new gods were too cruel. Stop. Stop, I say. What? I said yes. Why are you still beating me? Enel lay on the ground, his face covered with blood, and asked aggrievedly. Ah? Yes, I didn't hear it. Lucifer lowered his raised hand. Really agree. Don't force it. I am very reasonable and never force others. You can think about it again, anyway, there is plenty of time. Lucifer said righteously. Not at all, not at all, I am very willing to join your pirate group. From today onwards, I will be your subordinate. If you have something to tell you, don't be polite. Enel's heart was bleeding, he was so king sad. Stay at home well, be a king, be a god, boss around, and say what you say. Suddenly, a monster ran out of nowhere and beat him up without saying a word. Just hit him, and even robbed him of his position as a god. Just grab it, and force him to be his subordinate. If he didn't agree, he would beat him up again. Also say what is not forced, reasonable. Is this the reasonable way? Enel looked at his bruised body and couldn't help crying. Now he can't find a good spot all over his body. He didn't want to give in, let alone be someone else's subordinate, but he had to give in. This monster doesn't talk about martial arts too much, and he beats people when he disagrees with him. He doesn't kill you, he tortures you, and he was smiling while torturing you. Enel was scared. His dignity was shattered by Lucifer, and he could no longer be proud in front of Lucifer. After some torture, Lucifer left a deep shadow in Enel's heart, the kind whose area cannot be calculated. Since you agree, you will be your own. Tell me about you. Why are you so stubborn? Wouldn't it be enough if you were like this earlier? I have to beat you up to be honest. Why bother? Oh, my hands are sore. Lucifer flicked his wrist and said with a sigh. Yes, Captain, you were right, but I was wrong. The corners of Enel's mouth twitched, he gritted his teeth, and almost jumped out word by word. I beat you up and said it was your fault. Just ask if you are a good person? You are as strong as a monster, and you can smash a mountain with just your hands. Now these few times, will your hands be sore? What are you kidding? Enel had clearly realized what kind of monster his captain was. Not only is she powerful, but her heart is also dirty. If you don't want to get hurt, you have to be obedient. Just then, Cavendish and Baby 5 came back. Judging by the way they looked empty-handed, it was obvious that they hadn't found the Golden City. The Golden City has been buried under the island cloud for hundreds of years, and the people of Sky Island haven't discovered it for hundreds of years, and Cavendish and the others naturally couldn't find it either. Cavendish and Baby 5 walked into the palace, and immediately saw Enel sitting in the corner silently licking his wounds. Captain, have you finished training? Cavendish analyzed the current situation at a glance. Because now Enel's expression is the same as before. Ah, that's right, after some ideological education from me, Enel has agreed to join. From now on, he will be the 4th crew member of the Nether Pirates. Lucifer said. Yes, that's really good news. The corner of Cavendish's mouth twitched, he wanted to laugh a little, but he forcibly held back. He is a professionally trained pirate, and he usually doesn't laugh unless he can't help it. For the captain's ideological education, Cavendish can think of any means with his ass. He glanced at the miserable Enel, feeling sympathetic in his heart. A deity who was originally defiant, Haki Wushuang, now looks like a stray dog silently licking his wounds. No matter how you look at it, it's miserable. Okay, in order to celebrate Enel's joining, we have a banquet. Lucifer gave the order. Sura, go prepare the food and drink. Yes, Master Lucifer. Priest Shura saluted respectfully and immediately withdrew. Soon, the servants in the palace brought a lot of good wine and food to the palace, and a lively banquet lasted until the next day. Hey, Captain, are you really not looking for the Golden City? That's a lot of treasure. On the second day, Cavendish was still relentless. He is still thinking about becoming the first person to discover the Golden City. If he wants to win the favor of women all over the world, he must take the first step by relying on this matter. Golden City, does Sky Island have such a thing? Enel was also curious. Overnight, Enel regained a bit of self-esteem. He didn't dare to be presumptuous in front of Lucifer, but in front of others, he still called himself a god. Oh? Don't you know? Aren't you the god of Sky Island? Cavendish looked at Enel in surprise. Enel's face turned blue, he wanted to hit someone now. If someone dared to question him like this before, he would definitely be burned to coke by lightning. But not now, in front of Lucifer, he didn't dare to be presumptuous. 400 years ago, the Golden City was brought to Sky Island by the soaring ocean current, and then it was covered by island clouds. Of course you can't find it on the surface of the island. The Golden City is under the island cloud. Lucifer said flatly. Really? Then I'll go see it now. Cavendish didn't ask how Lucifer knew, he only knew that his captain was very mysterious and knew many unknown things. Sky Island exists, and there is an Enel on the island. The captain knew all of this, and naturally he also knew where the Golden City was. Enel also wants to go, he likes gold very much. Having previously discovered the metal on Sky Island, Enel designated it as the exclusive domain of the gods. He believes that only God is worthy of using gold. With Lucifer's clear instruction, Enel and Cavendish led the priest to search under the island cloud. Soon, they discovered the existence of the Golden City. A city made of gold left everyone dumbfounded and lamented the greatness of ancient humans. Cavendish was very excited and asked Baby 5 to take many photos of him with Golden City. As long as these photos are circulated, the whole world will know that the legendary Golden City is real. And as the first person to discover him, Cavendish is destined to become famous all over the world. By then, he will be the hottest star in the world. I'm about to be courted by beautiful women. Lord Cavendish, can I marry you? How handsome, Lord Cavendish. Peerless handsome guy, the most beautiful man in the world. Cavendish stood on a golden building, fell into self-fantasy, and smiled extremely. Hey, is this guy an idiot? It should be, it can't be wrong. Why did Lord Lucifer choose a fool as his subordinate? When the 4 priests next to him saw Cavendish daydreaming, they couldn't help rolling their eyes and complaining. Even Enel felt that Cavendish was very unreliable. The captain is a ruthless monster, but the crew is a fool. Do I really want to join this pirate group? Enel regretted a little, he wanted to run away. But when he thought of Lucifer's terror, he didn't dare to run away. Afterwards, Enel ordered the Sky Island 4 God-tier officials to lead people to transport the gold from the Golden City to the palace. At the same time, escorts were sent to guard the Golden City. Lucifer has already said that he is not interested in the Golden City, and he is not ready to be the god of Sky Island. Enel can still rule Sky Island. In this way, Enel naturally regards the Golden City as his private property. Although he will soon leave with Lucifer, this will always be his kingdom. Lucifer and others stayed in Sky Island for 10 days to let Enel recuperate. After he recovered from his injury, he immediately set sail and left Sky Island. The nether fell from the sky, and the strong winds on both sides whizzed by, making the pirate flag flutter. Yeah ha ha ha, is this Qinghai? Enel stood at the bow of the boat, opened his hands, looked at the endless sea, and laughed arrogantly. Hey, Captain, is there really as many monsters in the sea as you said? Enel turned back, looked at Lucifer and asked. Ah, that's right, there are countless monsters in the sea. Lucifer took a sip of red wine. At present, there are probably tens of thousands of people who can defeat you with one hand. Of course, the real number is not so many. Lucifer just wanted to let Enel know that there are dragons and tigers hidden in the sea, so that he should not be proud. Enel's biggest shortcoming is his arrogance, thinking that if he gets Thunderfruit, he will be invincible. As everyone knows, in the Grand Line, those who die the fastest are often those with Logia abilities. Some Logia users think that elementalization will prevent them from attacking them, which is simply stupid. Elemental abilities are useless at all in front of advanced armament hockey users. On the contrary, random elementalization expands the body area, exposing one's own vitals even more. When some Logia users face hockey users, they foolishly do not dodge or dodge, and use their bodies to receive attacks. I don't know regret until I die. Master the power I taught you as soon as possible. Only by learning it can you gain a firm foothold in this sea. Enel already has the Grandmaster Observation Hockey, just not the Armament Hockey. Lucifer has already told him the cultivation method, presumably with his aptitude, he will be able to learn and master it soon. I see. In front of Lucifer, Enel dared not disobey and obeyed. The nether fell rapidly, and when it was about 1,000 meters away from the sea, its speed dropped sharply, and finally landed slowly on the sea. The pirate ship landed with only a little splash, very stable. Let's go, set sail, and find some prey to play with. Lucifer gave the captain's order. It's been a long time since he killed anyone, and his killing point hasn't risen, which makes him feel a little uncomfortable. When Cavendish heard this order, he couldn't help feeling a chill down his back. He hadn't seen the captain kill someone for more than half a month, and he almost forgot that his own captain was an extremely bloodthirsty monster. I don't know which guy is going to be unlucky again. Cavendish shook his head, and there was a second of silence for some unknown pirate or marine. On the endless sea, 2 pirate ships were burning with flames, billowing thick smoke into the sky. There were corpses everywhere on the deck of the pirate ship, and dozens of living pirates were chained up and knelt down on the deck with dejected faces. Next to them are marine soldiers with live ammunition, responsible for guarding them. Not long ago, a fierce battle took place here, and the battle ended with the complete defeat of the pirates. Next to the pirate ship, there is a marine warship docked. A marine rear admiral stands at the bow with a cigar in his mouth. His saber hadn't been retracted yet, and there was still blood dripping from it. Carl Vado's rear admiral, all members of the Hound Pirates have been arrested. We have already counted, and the captain and main cadres of the Hound Pirates have all been arrested. A marine colonel walked behind rear admiral and reported loudly. Well done. Marine rear admiral nodded solemnly with a blank face. These pirates are the scum of the sea. Every time we get rid of one, we can protect one more civilian. When I go back this time, I will ask for credit for you. Everywhere, Carl Vado's rear admiral is well led. Colonel Marine didn't dare to do everything. The main shot was the rear admiral in front of him. If he hadn't dealt with the captain of the Hound Pirates, they wouldn't be able to deal with the Hound Pirates. At this moment, the soldiers in charge of monitoring the sea area suddenly exclaimed. Carl Vado's rear admiral, a pirate ship has been found in the sea to the right, and it is approaching us. Nani. How dare you take the initiative to deliver it to your door? It's too arrogant. Immediately confirm which pirate group the opponent is. Marine rear admiral was furious and quickly issued an order. I have never seen the opponent's flag, it should be the newly formed pirate group. The observer swayed from side to side with the binoculars, carefully inspecting the pirate ship in front of him, and moved his gaze from the flag to the bow of the ship. Suddenly, he stopped moving, and then his hands began to tremble. Then. That person is. Impossible, why did he appear here? The observer couldn't hide his horror, and cold sweat broke out on his forehead. What's the matter? Who is the other party? At this time, Marine Rear Admiral also noticed the abnormality of his subordinates. It's Lucifer, Demon Lucifer. Lucifer, who has been wanted by the headquarters, is approaching us. The Marine observer screams, then sits down on the deck. He was shaking, slurring his speech and clearly terrified. Lucifer. Marine Rear Admiral's pupils also widened, and he quickly grabbed the binoculars to check. Sure enough, a young and handsome face appeared in sight. It was a very young, handsome young man, the favorite type of rich women. But in the eyes of Marine Rear Admiral, that is a monster. During this time, Lucifer's name has been spreading inside Marine. Almost everyone knows about his crimes. Naval headquarters sent Kizaru to lead a team to hunt down Lucifer, but half a month later, there was no trace of Lucifer. He never thought that he would meet Lucifer here today. Quick retreat. Where's the helmsman? Turn around immediately. Marine Rear Admiral had no intention of fighting Lucifer at all, and directly ordered his men to retreat. Confirmed by Admiral Kizaru, Lucifer's strength far exceeds that of Marine Vice Admiral, and only Marine Admiral can compete. So Naval Headquarters issued an order that the Marine soldiers who are outside can give up the mission and evacuate after encountering Lucifer, and they are not counted as deserters. Marine moved quickly, and several Marine soldiers turned around together, controlling the warship to flee towards the rear. At the same time, Marine Rear Admiral began to contact the headquarters. Hello. I'm Carl Vardos, I found Lucifer in the Moro Sea, call for help. Yes, the identity of the other party has been confirmed, and it is undoubtedly Lucifer. Lucifer has formed his own pirate group, with a total of 3 crew members. They are Rommel's Weasel Cavendish, and Doflamingo's subordinate Baby 5. I don't know if they have taken refuge. There is also a man whose identity is unknown. Rear Admiral Carl Vados looked anxious and spoke quickly. He knew that he might not be able to go back, so he sent all the information he saw back to Naval Headquarters as much as possible. At the same time, the photos they took were also sent back. From this point of view, he is indeed a conscientious Marine. On the other side, above the nether, Enel, Cavendish and the others looked at the fleeing Marine warship with a hint of disdain. Hey, is this Marine from Qinghai? Run away before you fight, isn't it too spineless? Enel was a little dissatisfied. He heard that Marine is the strongest force in the sea, but it doesn't look like it at all now. Seeing their flags and fleeing in embarrassment, they are simply a group of cowardly rats. It's because they are afraid of Captain Lucifer, after all, the captain's reputation is scary. Cavendish smiled. How about it, do you want to make a move, Captain? Enel looked at Lucifer. Lucifer smiled, and took the red wine handed by Baby 5. Since we met, naturally we can't let the prey escape, so let's play with them. Lucifer looked at the warships in the sea ahead and said softly, come here. After the words fell, an invisible force erupted, quickly capturing the warship ahead. In the next second, the fleeing warship appeared next to the Nether. The sudden change shocked the Marines on the warship, and none of them reacted. When they came back to their senses, they realized that they had fallen into the hands of the Nether pirates. Enel and Cavendish stared at the pirates on the warship, as if they were looking at a group of prey. What power is this? Why are we here? The warship was forced to move. Didn't it say that Lucifer's abilities are the same as Kizaru admirals? What is this? Hundreds of Marine soldiers are panicked and have lost their positions. Calm down, idiots. Rear Admiral Karl Vardos roared and stopped the flustered Marine. Facing the evil pirates, you can't lose your composure like this. In that case, what's the face of Marine? Rear Admiral Karl Vardos stepped onto the bow, pointed at Lucifer with a knife, and burst into murderous intent. Come on, I'll be your opponent. Yeah ha ha ha, finally there is someone with backbone. Enel laughed and turned into a bolt of lightning and shot towards Marine Rear Admiral. Cavendish was taken aback for a moment, only to realize that he was one step late. Hey, don't rush away. After finishing speaking, Cavendish also turned into a gust of wind and shot at the warship. Rumble. A flash of lightning flashed across the deck, and a dozen Marines screamed and were turned into a ball of coke. Immediately afterwards, a gust of wind whizzed past, and more than a dozen Marines were stabbed in the chest and fell in a pool of blood. Lucifer didn't make a move. These Marines are too weak. If he made a shot, the fight would be over in an instant, and Enel and Cavendish would be out of the game. As a captain, you can't be the first in all battles, so what's the use of having a crew? He set up the pirate group as the captain, not as a nanny, and he didn't need a group of weaklings who were hiding behind and had no combat power. Only by putting your crew through battle can they become stronger. Enel against Marine Rear Admiral, Cavendish against 2 Marine colonels and hundreds of Marines. Although there were only 2 people, it cost Marine a lot. In just a few minutes, the deck of the warship was full of corpses. Hey, Baby 5, aren't you going to fight? Being so lazy won't make me stronger. The weak are useless to me. Lucifer looked at Baby 5 beside him. I know. Baby 5 spit out a smoke ring, and at the same time, his body turned into a missile, which hit the warship with a whoosh. With a loud bang, a large hole was blown out of the deck of the warship, and a dozen Marine soldiers were directly killed. With the addition of Baby 5, Marine lost even more. Marine Rear Admiral Karl Vardos looked at the corpses around him, his eyes wide open. Damn pirate, go to hell, flying slash. A vacuum slash erupted from the sword, shooting towards Enel in the distance. In a flash of lightning, Enel dodged the slash and at the same time threw a brontosaurus at Karl Vardos. Rear Admiral Karl Vardos was hit by the brontosaurus and spit out a mouthful of blood on the spot. His hair stood on end, and his whole body was scorched black. The Marines in Qinghai will use armament hockey as expected. It's such an annoying power. Enel finally learned to be smart and didn't use his body to receive the Marine Rear Admiral's slash. At the same time, he also found that with armament hockey body protection, the effect of his lightning attack was greatly reduced. Lucifer didn't lie to him. Armament hockey has both offense and defense, which is indeed a very powerful force. However, this guy's armament hockey is not strong enough to defend against my lightning. Enel stepped up the offensive. Boom, 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 boom. Groups of thunder and lightning exploded, and thunder dragons roared and roared. Soon, Marine Rear Admiral Karl Vardos lost to Enel. Damn pirates, you will all go to hell, justice never fails. Rear Admiral Karl Vardos thrust his sword into the deck and forced himself not to fall. His whole body was scorched black, his skin was burnt in many places, his flesh and blood had been scorched, and he exuded a burnt smell. Facing death, Karl Vardos did not show fear, let alone beg for mercy. This is a Marine who takes death seriously. It's a bit spine-chilling. On the Nether, Lucifer smiled indifferently, raised his hand and waved lightly, flying sword. A pitch-black flying sword burst out of the air, piercing Marine Rear Admiral's chest in an instant. Marine Rear Admiral Karl Vardos, die in battle. Ding. Host beheaded Marine Rear Admiral Karl Vardos and got 13,000 killing points. The system's prompt sounded, and the total number of Lucifer's kill points reached 117,000. Properties panel. Host. Lucifer age, 23. Devil fruit. Word spirit fruit physique, hell demon. Armament hockey. Advanced observation hockey. Advanced. Conqueror's hockey. Advanced kill points, 117000. A Marine Rear Admiral gives Lucifer 13,000 kill points, which is only so-so. Your Majesty Rear Admiral. Karl Vardos Rear Admiral. Master Rear Admiral is actually dead. Demons, they really are a group of demons. Damn pirate. The remaining marine soldiers on the warship saw that Rear Admiral was killed, and they all showed grief and indignation. Kill them and avenge Karl Vardos, Rear Admiral. Fight. A group of marines rushed towards the three of Enel bravely, and some of them rushed towards Lucifer. These marines know that they are not opponents of Lucifer and others, and they are already determined to die at this moment. With good generals, good subordinates can be trained. Karl Vardos is obviously a good marine Rear Admiral, so his men are also good. At least on this warship, there are no cowards kneeling down and begging for mercy. Send them on their way. Lucifer waved his hand and said calmly. Rumble. A thick thunderbolt fell from the sky and hit the warship at sea. With a loud bang, the warship was blown to pieces, forming a fireball. All the marine soldiers on board were killed in battle, and none survived. Call out. Call out. Call out. The three of Enel returned to the Nether at the same time. How do you feel? Lucifer looked at Enel. Not so good? Although he can armament hockey, his strength is not very strong. If I try my best, I can easily defeat him. Although Marine Rear Admiral Karl Vardos can also have two-color hockey, but the level is not high. Facing Enel, who controls thunder and has Grandmaster observation hockey, he was no match at all and was suppressed throughout. Don't underestimate Marine, it was just a Rear Admiral just now. When you meet Vice Admiral or even Admiral, you know what a real monster is. Seeing is believing, hearing is believing. Before long, Enel would know the horrors of the sea. Call out. At this moment, a beam of laser light shot from a distance and instantly hit the Nether. With a loud bang, the entire Nether was engulfed by the fireball. The accident came so unexpectedly that only Lucifer and Enel were aware of it in advance. But Enel didn't have time to fight back, and only Lucifer responded. Ah, I really mean Sao Sao, Sao Sao will be here soon. Lucifer lowered his hand, and a transparent wall slowly dissipated. Just now Lucifer used the vacuum wall in time to block the laser attack. Otherwise, the entire Nether has been destroyed. It came so fast. Lucifer looked at the sea ahead, and a warship of the highest specification appeared on the sea level. A tall man in a yellow suit stood at the bow of the boat, his marine coat rattling. Hey, this move is Admiral Kizaru. Cavendish's complexion changed drastically, and Baby 5 was also breaking out in a cold sweat. Admiral Kizaru, is that Marine Admiral? Enel was rather excited. Not only was he not afraid, but his fighting spirit was high. This is the so-called fearlessness of the ignorant. I didn't expect to be able to fight against Marine Admirals so soon. Enel smirked, looking eager to try. Just as he was about to make a move, he was stopped by Cavendish. Hey, don't be stupid, we can't be Admiral's opponents. If you go up, you will die. Not necessarily. Lucifer smiled calmly. If you have the guts, go try it. Anyway, with me, you can't die. It is good. After saying one word, Enel suddenly turned into a bolt of lightning and shot out, and in the next second, he appeared above the warship. I want to see how strong Marine Admiral is. Lightning flashed from Enel's body, and the turbulent lightning condensed all over his body, turning into a thick thunderbolt that pierced through the air and hit the warship. God's punishment. The power of lightning. It's really scary. Kizaru raised his lips and looked at the thick lightning falling from the sky, which instantly turned into a golden light and disappeared. In the next second, Kizaru appeared in the air, and countless light bullets shot out from his fingers, hitting the lightning that fell from the sky. 8-foot Chong Guyu. Call out. Call out. Call out. Call out. Call out. The lightning created by Enel was pierced by the light bullet, and instantly dissipated into fragments. Immediately afterwards, Kizaru appeared beside Enel as if teleported, and kicked him in the head. Speed AA is power. Have you ever been kicked by the speed of light? Enel is a thunderbolt. His speed is his strong point, but he is far inferior to Kizaru. Kizaru is sparkling fruit, and its speed is still higher than thunder fruit. Not to mention, Kizaru's sparkling fruit has awakened, and Enel can't match it at all. Boom. Enel was kicked into the air and turned into a bolt of lightning, and the end of the shot happened to be the Nether where Lucifer was. Seeing Enel flying, Lucifer raised his palm, wall of vacuum. Boom. An invisible wall appeared out of nowhere and caught Enel, who was thrown backwards. When Lucifer took Enel back to the boat, Enel immediately spat out a mouthful of blood. I saw that the left side of his face was crooked, and even 2 teeth were missing. Let me tell you, you can't win against Admiral. Cavendish shook his head with a helpless expression. Hee. Who is strong and who is weak, you will only know after fighting. Enel grinned ferociously. Although he was defeated, he was very happy. Sure enough, as Lucifer said, dragons and tigers are hidden in the sea, and there are piles of monsters. The Marine Admiral he was facing was far stronger than him. Whether it is fruit ability, hockey or tricks, he is crushed and has no chance of winning at all. Okay. Then you guys just watch, don't make a move. Lucifer took a step forward, and the devil's wings behind him opened, which suddenly turned into a black light and shot out. In an instant, it has landed on the mast of the warship. Are you the demon Lucifer? You really are a monster. Kizaru looked at Lucifer, who spread his demon wings, and said wretchedly. Where? Marine Admiral is the monster, I'm just a newcomer. However, I feel very honored to have the famous Marine Admiral personally arrest him. I'd be even more honored if I could kill an admiral. Lucifer crossed his arms and looked calm. Facing Marine Admiral, Lucifer still didn't feel the slightest pressure. It's really scary. Do you actually want to kill the old man? This old man is very difficult to deal with. Kizaru's expression was still wretched. But you are not an ordinary rookie. Marshal Sengoku ordered me to take you back. In order to catch you, the old man has not returned to naval headquarters for half a month, and the vacation has been wasted. Kizaru complained a bit. He worked overtime for half a month without a dime for overtime pay, which was a big loss. Really? That's really embarrassing. As an apology, I can give you back a longer vacation. 1,000 years, or 10,000 years. How? Is this long enough? You'll never have to work overtime. Lucifer's tone was flat, but the inner meaning was deeply murderous. Take 1,000 years off, in other words, send him Kizaru on his way. It's scary. Kizaru and Lucifer met each other's eyes, and suddenly, both of them turned into a golden light and disappeared at the same time. 8-foot Chong Guyu. Kizaru flew into the air, and countless laser bullets shot out from his fingers, flying towards Lucifer. Lucifer didn't dodge or dodge, just said softly, disappear. As soon as the voice fell, half of the flash bombs in the sky disappeared. The remaining half was blocked by Lucifer with the wall of vacuum. Numerous laser bombs exploded, but Lucifer was unharmed. Gravity crush. With a big wave of Lucifer's hand, gravity appeared and instantly enveloped Kizaru. Kizaru was engulfed by gravity, unable to maintain his figure anymore, and fell from the sky like a meteorite. Kizaru Admiral. Seeing that Kizaru was about to fall into the sea, the Marines on the warship roared. Those with abilities who fall into the sea will encounter fatal crisis, and Admiral Kizaru is no exception. Call out. A golden light flashed, and Kizaru appeared hundreds of meters away. Although he forcibly escaped from the area crushed by gravity, his expression was serious at the moment. Sure enough, it's a monster. Apart from having the same flash power as the old man, can it actually control gravity? And that invisible defensive barrier is also a kind of power. How much ability can you use? Hey, don't be distracted. You dare to be distracted while fighting me, don't you look down on me too much? Kizaru was taken aback by the indifferent voice in his ears. At some point, Lucifer actually teleported behind him. Speed AA is power. Have you ever been kicked by the speed of light? With a bang, Kizaru was kicked by Lucifer. Exactly the same as before when Enel was kicked by him. Kizaru bumped into the marine warship, the side of the warship was pierced, and an explosion occurred with a bang. Dozens of marine soldiers were unlucky and were directly blown away by the explosion. Kizaru Admiral. Seeing Kizaru at a disadvantage, the marines on the warship couldn't believe it. It was the first time they saw Admiral Kizaru so embarrassed. In the past, when Kizaru was on a mission, no matter who the opponent was, he would kill him with one move. There has never been a situation of being suppressed. Call out. A golden light flashed, and Kizaru teleported to the bow of the ship, raising his hand to wipe the blood from the corner of his mouth. What a monster. Being hit by others with his own tricks, Kizaru's mood is very complicated. This is just the beginning. Lucifer hovered above the warship, waved his hand, lightsaber Bachi Chong Guyu. Countless lightsabers appeared around Lucifer out of thin air, densely covering the entire sky. As Lucifer's palm fell, countless lightsabers shot out at the same time, flying towards the warship. This is troublesome. Kizaru frowned, looked serious, flew into the sky in an instant, and fought back with the 8-foot Chong Guyu. Lucifer's move was very powerful. Although he couldn't kill him, the warship behind him couldn't escape. If Kizaru doesn't catch this move, the warships behind will be destroyed in an instant. At that time, thousands of marines on board will die. Countless lightsabers and light bombs collided in the sky, causing a violent explosion. In an instant, the sky was covered by the great fireball, and the shock wave of the explosion caused strong winds, blowing the sea and causing huge waves. Marine's warship is drifting in the sea and will capsize and sink at any time. Get out of this sea quickly. Kizaru's voice came from the sky. A Marine Rear Admiral on the warship listened to the order and quickly drove the warship back. Hey, you want to escape right under my nose, so don't you give me some face? Lucifer smiled indifferently, then grabbed the warship with his palm, universal pull. A burst of gravitational force sucked the entire warship into the sky. Seeing the killing intent in Lucifer's eyes, Kizaru was furious. Stop. While roaring, Kizaru turned into a golden light and shot at Lucifer. Too late. Lightsaber Judgment Blade. As Lucifer waved his hand, a huge lightsaber over 100 meters took shape, and the sword hit the warship. Boom. When the sword fell, the warship split into two, and at the same time, the giant lightsaber exploded at this moment. Accompanied by a loud noise, a huge great fireball with a diameter of more than 300 meters erupted, swallowing the wreckage of the two halves of the warship. Thousands of Marine soldiers looked terrified, and before they could scream, they were burned to ashes by the flames. Thousands of Marine soldiers on board, together with Marine Rear Admiral, were wiped out. Ding. Host killed Marine Rear Admiral Gyans and got 15,000 killing points. Ding. Host killed Colonel Marine and got 3,700 killing points. Ding. Host kills Colonel Marine and gets 4,000 killing points. Ding. Host kills Lieutenant Colonel Marine and gets 2,000 killing points. Ding. Host killed Major Marine and got 1,300 killing points. A series of system prompts sounded, and Lucifer's kill points soared by 28,000 points, bringing the total to 145,000. Call out. A golden light shoots to the sky, the golden light condenses, and Kizaru reveals his real body. He looked at the endless flames on the sea and the disappearing warships, with an unprecedented killing intent on his face. Lucifer, you damn it. 8-foot Chong Guyu. Countless light bullets hit Lucifer, the number was several times higher than before. Such tricks don't work on me. Lucifer's figure flickered, and an invisible wall appeared, blocking all the flash bombs. At the same time, he raised his hand and pointed, Blade Storm. The sky above the head split open, and countless swords and spears shot out. After covering armament hockey, they shot towards Kizaru in the distance. Kizaru counterattacked with Bachi Chong Guyu, but there were too many swords, and his light bullets could not be completely cleared. He could only condense the Amakongyun sword while firing the light bullets, and split the swords that shot in front of him. Clang. 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 A cloud of sparks flew, and Kizaru's sword swing was so fast that afterimages appeared. Lucifer opened his arms and whispered again, Sharp Storm. This time, the space cracked 5 gaps at the same time, located at Kizaru's front, back, left, right, and top of his head. The 5-party siege, the number of swords increased 5 times again, and all wrapped around Lucifer's armament hockey, enough to attack Kizaru's body. At the same time, Lucifer also expanded the gravity crush area, suppressing Kizaru, limiting his escape space and speed, making him unavoidable. Go to hell. 5 rounds of sharp blade storms swept across the sky, completely covering the sky in a radius of several thousand meters, and even the sun's rays could not penetrate. This moment seems to be the end. Enel and others in the distance looked at the swords and spears covering the sky and the sun, and they were already stunned. Hey, isn't this number too much? Is this hundreds of thousands, or millions? Even if it's Admiral Kizaru, he won't be able to escape unscathed, right? The infinity blade swept across, hitting Kizaru who was in the center of the storm. In an instant, countless sharp blades collided together. Rumbling, suddenly, in the center of the sharp blade storm, a ball of golden light exploded violently. The endless explosion shockwave spread, sweeping in all directions. The blades fired at Kizaru were blown away by the shockwave and scattered in all directions. The sky was like a sharp rainstorm. When the flames dissipated, Kizaru revealed himself. At this moment, Admiral Kizaru was extremely embarrassed. His suit was torn all over his body, and there were sword marks and knife wounds everywhere. Lucifer's blade storm just now almost tore Kizaru into pieces. Oh. Are you still alive? Lucifer raised his hand to Kizaru and grabbed universal pull. A gravitational pull hit Kizaru, sucking him back into Lucifer's palm. Kizaru reacted immediately, elementalized into golden light and wanted to escape. But at the same time gravity reappeared, suppressing it. At the same time, Lucifer's demonic whisper sounded again, slow down. As soon as the words fell, Kizaru suddenly found that his speed became very slow, almost dropped by half.